Hey, what's up everybody? It's Adam with DIY Agency, and today we're going to talk about affiliate marketing for beginners completely on autopilot. And really what I'm going to do is show you A to Z how to get started in affiliate marketing, and really how I use today a couple different programs and softwares that will kind of autopilot the whole process. So if you're looking for a way to get some passive income without spending hours and hours and hours on doing research and or writing articles and posting and creating content, this is going to be a good video for you. So first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to choose our niche and make sure that there's an affiliate program that is relevant to that. So this is something that you should spend some time with. Personally, I already kind of know exactly what I want to get into and how I'm going to apply it. But the first and foremost concepts are, finding a niche that you're interested in. So obviously you want to make sure there's people searching and active in that niche. You don't want to find something that only has 3 people on the planet that are interested in it, because one, nobody's going to really spend a lot of time on your website, but number 2, it's going to be difficult to find an affiliate program. So you want to kind of create a large niche, and then we'll itemize down from there. So for me, what I'm going to be working on is doing product reviews for outdoor living, and what I mean by outdoor living is not your backyard patio, but actually like hiking, camping, stuff like that. So it's a very big niche that I will incrementally break down into small reviews on specific products, and that's really where the content hopefully will get some good traction. But I wanted to keep it open enough that I could go over and create a lot of different categories within the website. I do expect this to be kind of an evergreen website where I continue to add content, but I didn't want to be limited just to going to kayaksunder$100.com or something like that. I wanted to be pretty broad. So first things that we're going to do is, again, we're going to choose our niche and choose an affiliate program. From there, what you want to do is, in my opinion, really once you start doing this, you want to start looking for keywords. So I use a specific tool that I'm going to demonstrate here for you in a second. So let's go ahead, and really I'm going to have a link for this tool down, and it is a paid tool, but I'll have a link for it below. It is called SEO Power Suite, and it gives you the capabilities of doing, it has a rank tracker, it has a link assistant, a website auditor, and an SEO spyglass tool. So for me, it's really going to be specific to the rank tracker that I want to look at, and it gives you a lot of different things. You can track all your websites, you can track, SERP analysis, you can do competitor research, check your domain. For me, again, I'm going to just, you can track your ranking keywords on a daily basis, see where the gaps are with competitors, link it up to your search console and analytics. But for this purpose, I'm going to be looking at outdoor living product reviews. Is really quite simply the concept. So while this is running in the background, I also already know exactly, again, what I was looking for as far as a domain name. So this is something where the next kind of thing that we're going to be looking for is you're going to be looking to buy a domain name. And I use oneandone.com. Again, I'll have a link for SEO Power Suite and One-and-One, as well as the hosting below. But really what you're going to do is just try and find a niche that is relevant to a keyword, so it's going to be niche, keyword, and domain that all should be pretty relevant to each other. So for me, I literally just bought a domain a few minutes ago, and it's going to be called Outdoor Life Reviews. And so again, really what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sprinkling in product reviews, but I'm also going to load the website with a lot of good quality content relevant to outdoor life. So again, because it's going to be a broad-based site, I'm going to demonstrate here some questions that I want to have on the website and filler content before I get into the product reviews. But again, just wanted to kind of showcase that before we get moving too much. So what you'll start to see is, again, there's not, and I would do this on a ton of different keywords, but really what you're looking for is you would start to break things down, like best rated outdoor chase line. See, that's not what I'm looking for. So what I would probably get into more is, hunting keywords, or let's see, tents and kayaks. I guess that's with a K, isn't it? And what would another good word be? So maybe we'd be looking at something for fishing. And then we'd have, let's see, just biking, stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that search again. So in the meantime, I've got the outdoor life reviews set up. What I won't continue to do is demonstrate exactly how to set up hosting. But what I will show you is, once you have a web host, I use a couple different companies to do my web hosting. I'm going to happen to use SiteGround here, and so I'm going to get logged in. And again, a link for SiteGround below. And I will show you exactly how to load WordPress, which is what we're going to use, and then use another tool that's going to actually autofill WordPress and then autofill the content. And that's what I mean by passive. So the hard part is this setup, which we're doing right now. So when you get into SiteGround, what you'll do is see something like this. Again, I'm going to go into services. I'm going to blur out some information here. But basically what it'll do is it'll show you kind of exactly what your servers are. It'll give you a list of your websites. On the right-hand side here, I'm going to add a website. It's going to be an existing domain. And let's just go back to that name so that it's easy to copy over. And we're going to just enter it in. And we are going to start a new application, which is going to simply be WordPress. All right, and so while this is running, let's go check back and see if there's any other keywords, and it's still running. It isn't the fastest tool by any stretch of the imagination, but it does a pretty good job for me. And while we're doing it, I'm going to just show as this runs in the background. Some of the things that you can do is track your rankings, different keywords, stuff like that. SERP analysis, again. If you were looking for a certain thing, these all kind of run in the background at the same time. It is a download to your website or to your computer type of software, and again, it's pretty cool. Does a pretty good job. But there's a website auditor. There's a lot of different things that you can get. You can get competitive research. All these different things. So. It helps me to understand kind of gaps against competitors if I'm looking for that. Related questions to, let's just do hiking. And so we've got a lot of things running in the background there. So we'll go ahead and we're all set. So once you already have your domain set up, you are going to need to point your name servers over to the actual from the domain to the web host. And again, I'm not going to get into technicals. There's plenty of videos on Google or on YouTube that you can watch. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. All right, so on 1&1 or Ionos, it's under 1&1.com. I'm going to use custom name servers, and what we'll do is literally just copy those over. And it will take a little while for them to be able to point directly to the server, but in the meantime, the name servers have been changed. So we're all set there, and so we're going to go into our hosting panel. And again, we're going to make sure that we install and manage WordPress. We actually already did, so it's already set up, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. We're going to exit the wizard. All right, now I'm going to pause here because I'm going to add in a new program, a new software service that I want to introduce that is the key to all this. It's really awesome. Again, I'm going to have a link below for this, but it's basically it's AI WiseMind. And so if you go check it out, you'll be able to see that it's long form SEO friendly content, and it's basically on autopilot. So I'm going to go ahead and get in. And while that goes over, let's see where we are. So as you can see, now that we did some autocomplete stuff, we get a better idea of number of searches, competition levels, cost per click, all that stuff when we start doing the keyword planner. Again, we have the e-bikes, kayaks, bike shops, hunting, biking, pop-up tent. These are all relevant keywords that what we would want to do is then go ahead and create content around, because that's what people are searching for. You got 1 million searches a month, high competition. So what I'm looking for is stuff that's going to be lower competition. Keyword difficulty is a factor here, so a lot of things, kayaking near me would be something relevant. And then again, what you can do is go into the sandbox combinations. You can look at a lot of different things here and find keywords that are going to be relevant and worth creating content around. So I will be doing another video specific to this tool later, so you can check that out if you want. In the meantime, what we're going to do is this is the back end of AI WiseMind. What I will show you is that I do have the largest content plan, the AI WiseMind Platinum Plus thing. You can get it through Warrior Plus, certainly worth the cost to me. But what we're going to do is go ahead and connect a site and connect a WordPress site. And so we're going to come back and we know exactly what our website's name is. It's going to be Outdoor Life Reviews. So I'm going to put that in the URL. I'm going to type in Outdoor Life Reviews. And what we're going to be looking for is an application password. So to do this, what you'll have to do, and with this platform, AI WiseMind, there's a tutorial for every single thing, but I'm just going to cut through it real quick. So do your own research, but I'm going to show you how I utilize it very, very quickly. So we're going to all users. And again, what we're going to do is come down here. We are going to be looking for application passwords. And so right now it's telling me it requires HTTPS, which is not for some reason enabled. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we can get in there with that. So hang on a second. All right, so while we're again circling back here, and I'm glad I'm showing this all because you'll probably run into the same exact problem. So what I'm going to do is go back into my SiteGround. I'm going to be looking for I would have been here last we checked. I'm going to be going into Security, SSL Manager, and I'm going to make sure that we're going to be using Let's Encrypt, and get it. Failed to install. So let's see what we can do. Wildcard. External task is already running. So what that means is that it's probably in the process already. They usually do update it on their own. So what I'm going to do is just circle back and give it a minute, because sometimes when it's brand spanking new, it's hard to get there. So we're going to enforce, and hopefully at this point we're going to be good. Let's see if we can now make these edits. Yep, so there we go. We have the ability to add in an application password. So again, I'm just gonna pause this. What you're gonna do is just name something. So I'm gonna call it AI WiseMind. That way I know exactly what it is. And I'm gonna add new application password. And I'm gonna obviously cut this part out. All right, and so once you have your password, what you're going to do is just make sure you add it in here. Make sure you're utilizing the WordPress username or email to connect the site. And you're just going to do that. And of course, there's the HTTPS. So there we go. So now we are set up with that site. So what we're going to then do is going to go ahead and create a new campaign. So we're going to click on campaign, click new campaign. Now this is where it gets really, really awesome. So again, behind the scenes, what I've done is created a number of questions that I think are relevant. So what we're going to do is going to call this Outdoor Life Reviews Questions. And let's see here. These are all going to be specific to hiking. So I'm just going to call it hiking, I'm going to enter in the keywords or URLs that I want to create the content for. Now, this is all, you can do a couple different things. You can put in a website address, you can put in a specific Amazon product review or another category, any other product review. So if I had a ClickBank product, I would literally just type in the URL and it would create content based on that URL. So what I'm going to do is you have the choice of an Amazon product review, which I will eventually use, informational posts, and other product reviews. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to type in all my questions. And again, that's all I'm going to do. I can use keywords as the title. If I choose, what I've got is 25 total questions. So I'm going to just give myself a little note of exactly how many pieces of content I want. If you want, you can put in some context about the content. And again, it's specify the context of the content for here. If you're writing about a product, you can specify product name, brand name, or whatever you want. That way, the ChatGPT that this is connected to will allow it to create content based on what you're looking for. But I'm specifically just not going to worry about using keywords as title. I'm going to let it do its thing completely because I like to be completely on autopilot. Now here, if we wanted to add in any affiliate links, we would do that. I'm not at that stage yet because this is a brand new website and I'm just trying to fill it with relevant, useful content. I will have affiliate links later. So if I did want to have any kind of anchor text linking to specific websites, what I can do is literally just add my own. And again, I could type in a URL for an image, or I can type in any kind of URL that I want it to link to. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not really worried about that. This is really neat based on the content that it's writing about. So if it says, how do I choose the right camping tent size for a group? If there's a video on YouTube that's already been made by somebody else, it will automatically search for and add that to your website and to that post specifically, or you can include images if you'd like. So these are all things that you can do. I'm going to take away the videos for now. I'm also going to take away a couple of these images. So I'm not going to be using a URL here, and I'm going to use stock images whenever relevant, Google search images. If they are going to be using any kind of copyright, I am going to make sure that there's an image copyright disclosure there. So now that we've covered a lot of information, again, this is the whole setup. It's going to run on autopilot in a few minutes here. We make sure we connect our GPT. And again, there's a ton of tutorials, as you can see over here, about how to use this software. But once you're connected, it's just autopilot. So I'm going to be using the recommended 3.5 turbo. I'm going to be using English language, but you can choose a ton of different language choices. So you can choose it in different content, language content choices. And therefore, if I wanted to write a Spanish blog about this, then I could do that. Tone of voice, we can choose a lot of different things, academic, angry, friendly, write so a child will understand it. I always like to write, I choose the second person. And then you can choose short, medium, or long. I always go with medium, about 1,500 words, which is pretty solid. Now, I've got 25 questions here, so I want to write one question, one post. And do I want to publish on schedule, or do I want to publish immediately? So I can do one every day, I can do one every minute, one every hour, I can do 25 a month, 25 a year. You can kind of lay out exactly what your schedule is looking for. Because it's a brand new site, I just want to fill it with some quick starter content, and I also want to demonstrate it here for you. And again, if you choose 50 posts, for example, to create, it would just basically create one or two posts for each one of your pieces of content that are here. So again, if I had our inflatable sleeping pads better than foam pads, for example, if I had it set for 50 total posts, it would create two based on that content. It would take, pick two based on how do I choose the right sleeping bag. So hopefully you get the concept here. So where we were, 25 total posts, I am going to publish immediately, and I want it to post to WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then check my website. Now that I've selected my website, from the drop-down list, I can put it in publish, pending, or draft. That's totally up to you if you want to put it into the draft status, and that way you can make edits or do whatever you'd like to do before posting it live. You are certainly welcome to do it. Personally, I trust the platform. So it'll auto-generate a featured image, it'll auto-generate tags, it'll auto-generate a category. If I want to change anything and add, I'm welcome to do that if I want. I can create my own tags, I can create my own categories. Personally, I'd rather just let it run. And then for a little bit of extra work, it requires GPT-4 access. You can start to add internal links. I don't feel the need to do this yet. So this is the first step. I want to show you exactly what we're doing. We're then going to fire off and hit create. Now, this is going to then create 25 posts based on all this content. And so as you can see, it's going to run it out. We're going to do all here. So we're going to see all these pieces of content being created in the next couple minutes here. So while we're doing this, what I want to show you is the next thing, which we can do before we start to put the content on, but I want to show you the content first. So we'll go to Site Wizard, and we're going to do a new site setup. And we're going to select our website. We're going to set up our site title, update it if we choose to, and then we're going to update our description here: outdoor life, product reviews, and lifestyle blog. That's going to be our tagline, and if we wanted to do any kind of site description, we could do that. So this is going to then clean up the generic WordPress pieces that are in there. So the first thing it's going to do is remove default posting and default pages and default plugins. It's going to create an about page, a contact page, a privacy page, a disclosure page, and a terms of use page. It's also going to include a couple different plugins that we can choose to use at our own, as our own choice. So it's up to you what you want to do there. And then, of course, generate an author bio, which is pretty neat. Site Wizard will create an author for you and generate author bio using AI and your site description. So what we will want to do is create a site description. And then, of course, a number of categories to generate. It'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and just leave that as is, but and an SEO friendly perma structure. So we're going to make it real short. So we're going to do outdoor. You know what? Let's go ahead and lay out some categories and information that I think are going to be relevant. So I'm just giving some keywords, and that way it'll have an understanding of exactly what the topic's going to be. And there we go. So everything's set up. And so as we can see, we're going to already have some content that's showing up based on. So before we do that, I want to just go back and check in on our outdoor life campaign. And so what it's doing is it is scheduled. So it's going to be putting out all these pieces still. It's trying to slow play it a little bit so it doesn't just hammer it out completely. But the first thing what we'll do is we can go ahead and view this content. And so it's, again, must-have gear for beginner hikers and campers. And so it's got a nice little table of contents, clothing, and again, footwear, decent amount of content that's relevant to the topic. And I didn't have to do a darn thing. So we'll go to the next one, comparing the pros and cons of tent versus hammock for camping. And again, it found a relevant image, some really good content there, a huge table of contents, And as you can see, a lot of content. So what I'm going to then do is I'm going to just let this thing run its course, and so I will eventually have 25 pieces of content filled in here, and that's just the first thing that we're doing. So the next step for me will go into actually creating an Amazon post. So we'll go ahead and hit campaigns again. We'll hit new campaign. We're going to do Amazon product review. And let's just go through to Amazon. And we'll do tents for camping. And let's just say I want to do an article about this particular one. So, you know what? Let's forget that. Let's do all these. And so if you follow the tutorial, you'll see that we can do a ton of different keywords. So we're going to do 25 tents for camping as our campaign. So what I'm going to do is tents for camping 25. And I'm just going to enter in that URL. I'm going to then choose my Amazon affiliate ID, and we'll just use this for now because it's a different website I have. And then I'm going to actually check all these, because what it's going to do is allow it to create automatic buttons within the content. And I'm going to leave everything else out. I'm going to leave video in because it's going to have product demos and stuff like that. I'm going to continue to take out Dolly because Dolly doesn't do a very good job. We're going to do 25 posts, and we're going to post on a schedule. And we're going to do one every single day. And we're going to post to WordPress. We're going to select our site. And we're going to go ahead and create in just a second once I know everything is good. So we're going to create. And so now this is already up to 7 different posts. And as you can see, one short, that was a really short one, that was a weird one. But everything else is 2,000, 1,500 or more. This one's 3,000. The Ultimate Guide, let's go check that out because that's got to be pretty good. The Ultimate Guide to Choosing the Best Materials for Hiking Clothing. So, I mean, really just fantastic. I mean, just look at this table of contents. Why choosing the right materials is crucial. Factors to consider. Best materials for hiking in warm weather, in cold weather, in wet weather, in variable weather. Choosing the right materials for footwear. Again, additional considerations. So as you can see, it just creates a monster of a post with images. And, you know, again, I could put links in this if I wanted to, but I'm not really worried about that. So let's look at the camping gear. Remember, we're doing something based on Amazon, so we're going to go back. We're going to look at tents for camping, and this is actually not posted just yet. It's publishing. So there we go. So while this is loading, because again, your servers might be a little different than mine. What I do want to stress here is, and again, there's the page. The Coleman, Montana. Does that look familiar? Yeah, I'll bet it does. There we are, the bestseller, Coleman, Montana. So this just created a review article about the Coleman, Montana. It's got a check price on Amazon. Again, nice table of contents. View the official website, product specs, pros and cons, overall value, tips and tricks for best results, final recommendation, and purchase now. Like, that is unbelievable. And again, I know I've only been going for about a half hour here, but imagine being able to set up websites like this on Autopilot for any category, any product, anything that you're looking to do. So what you will need to do is, you can check out the website. I'm sure have redesigned it a little bit once this is launched. And, I don't know what the hell's going on here. But as you can see, there's an About Us, disclosure, privacy policy. already done. It's already, kind of, filled in. There's a disclosure already done about affiliate marketing, terms of use. All this stuff is automatically created for you. And, what I would recommend is that you maybe create like an avatar, whether it be you or, Bob Jones, the outdoor environmentalist or something like that. And then just, spice up the website a little bit. Obviously, again, I'm going to work on doing that. But already I've got a pretty solid amount of content that's sitting here. So I will use a different, website theme, WordPress theme. But I just want to show you literally from start to finish exactly how I'm creating content. And again, I'm literally doing websites like this. As you can probably tell from the tool that I was using, there's a lot of connected sites. And so I'm just spitting out, I have the ability to spit out a total of 3,750 pieces of content on a monthly basis. So, imagine, it's costing me $300 a month for this AIWise Platinum plan. So I do want you to think about, what your costs are to create content, and does it compare to that? But again, you'll see that there's a lot of different pricing plan options somewhere down here, I think. You can get started as little as $12 a month for 500 articles. So really great opportunities. I'll have a link below for this. And if you do buy through my affiliate link and you do have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Again, kind of show me that, the day you bought it. That way, I'm not just giving away my free time for everybody. But I'm here to help. I want to show you exactly what I'm doing. This is something I'm doing today. This is not something I did 6 months ago to kind of make money with advertising or affiliate marketing. As you know, my bio, I've won a number of affiliate marketing contests, and I'm always trying to be on the cutting edge of things like this. And this is the absolute #1 best tool for affiliate marketing for beginners. And again, if you're looking to do any kind of affiliate reviews or anything like that on Autopilot, it's absolutely a game changer. So, think of the ways you can apply this. You can get a ClickBank account, a Warrior Plus, JVZoo, and just find each and every single product and just literally create, as simple as, again, creating content. You can go through and just create a new campaign and make an informational post, an Amazon product review, or a general product review. And I know they're actually going to be creating very shortly a YouTube review or post where they literally just do posts based on the content in the video. So really exciting tool. And again, I do recommend that you take advantage of the affiliate links that are there when you don't have an Amazon product review. If you're looking to do this for a local business, you can just create content and then use affiliate links. Use your actual business link, and that way you're intertwining all kinds of links within your site. It does give you the ability to do that as part of the the ad or the creation, where you can just kind of punch in different links here, but what I would recommend is that you go ahead and just build some content first. So my goal is I'll probably create about 100 pieces of content and then sprinkle in the affiliate posts, the product review posts. So I'm probably going to turn this off for now, which again, let me show you how that's done. So to pause this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pause that right now so it's no longer active, and that way once I'm loaded with all my sites and I put in a couple different categories, then I'll start to sprinkle in some more product reviews. But again, I just wanted to share with you exactly how easy it is to do. So if you do have any questions, fire them off below, and if you like this video and the content created, then smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.